am Dr. Japsidis from the Division of Plastic Surgery at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. And today I'm going to talk to you about a quite unusual link between nerve injuries and a specific type of fish, the Alaskan pollock. You might not be familiar with that, but plastic surgeons routinely repair nerves that are injured because of trauma, cancer, surgery, or any other reason. Most commonly, nerves are repaired with stitches, with a suture, but sometimes we either need to increase the strength of the sutures or we might decide not to use a suture at all. In both of these cases, what comes to our help are so-called biological glues or sealants. The most commonly used biological glue is called fibrin glue, and this is derived by the same products that our body uses every day to stop bleeding after an injury and create a clot. In this study though, Dr. Masuda and his collaborator at the Keio University School of Medicine, Tokyo, Japan, investigated whether a new type of biological glue and sealant, which is derived from the Alaskan pollock, could be used instead of fibrin glue in the repair of nerves. What they have done is test the two, fibrin glue and the Alaskan pollock derived gelatin sealant, in cadaveric nerves derived from human donors as well as in rats. The results showed that although the gelatin derived from the Alaskan pollock provides much higher strength and mechanical resistance than the fibrin glue, both of them are significantly inferior in terms of mechanical properties to sutures, either alone or done with fibrin glue or the gel. In addition, when looking at the biological properties and how all these substances interfere with the nerve regeneration in the in vivo model, they found that no significant difference was observed across all options. So what does this study tell us? It tells us that sutures are still the gold standard to repair nerves and probably the best option, especially in those situations in which we expect some kind of mechanical stress to occur between the two stumps of the injured nerve. In those selected cases in which sutures might not be needed because there's not expected mechanical stretching after repair, maybe a biological glue could be sufficient, and in those cases maybe the Alaskan pollock derived gel could be better than the fibrin glue that we use today. In addition to these mechanical and biological properties, there are some other advantages that the Alaskan pollock derived gel could provide us. It's derived from waste, and so it's expected, although it's not clinically approved yet, it's expected to have a much lower price than the currently used biological glues, and it has a very long shelf life, up to 2 years. All of these factors could facilitate the use in a cost-effective manner in patients. This study though is still at preclinical stage, so needs further validation and needs to go through the entire regulatory pathway before we will be able to see it in patients. I congratulate Dr. Masuda. This is very interesting research, and I will keep my eyes open for the future developments in this field, and I look forward to eventually seeing this technique and technology applied to our own patients that are suffering from peripheral nerves injuries. Thank you everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the article.